What if I told you that you can take a solid model to G-code in one click? Watch this. Simply click the Solid to G-code button. The system will find all Wire EDM machinable features. It will machine the part with your preferences and post the G-code. The G-code is now ready to load into the CNC machine. You will also have the ability to verify the part by loading the G-code into the Agie Charmille control software. For more information and to schedule a live online demo, contact us today. We have officially taken CAM to the next level. Are you ready to revolutionize your machining?
Hello, I'm Jana and we are consultants in manufacturing technology. We are excited to introduce our patent-pending solid model to G-code in one mouse click. Our system is loaded with cutting-edge features to revolutionize machining that sets us apart from everyone else. I'm going to take you through 10 of those features that have been adapted specifically for the Agie Charmille machines. Are you ready to take your machining to the next level? Internal verification. You will have the ability to verify your parts, including wire path, automatic slug removal, and comparison with the finished part solid model. Set cutting conditions. We have fully integrated Agie Charmille's EDM Expert, and the cutting conditions can be set at both the part and the feature level. Clone machining style. We will teach the system how you program each part type so that through our proprietary algorithm, the system will remember your preferences and the Agie Charmille's cutting conditions, thus giving you a solid model to G-code in one mouse click. Setting feature search plane. Most parts do not require setting this plane. However, this function is used on difficult parts to program. It allows us to cut parts very simply without having to create construction geometry like most systems. Auto glue stop sizes. Through our proprietary algorithm, we can automatically set the required glue stop width, which comes in very handy when there are parts with a large number of features. Auto start points. This allows the system to set the parameters for and easily locate feature start points. Auto land and taper. We have a parametric functionality to fully create die cavities with land and taper without being required to build the geometry into the solid model. Manual programming. Most parts can be programmed with the solid model to G-code in one button click. However, we realize there are parts that need to be programmed manually. You will have the ability to manually program a part more easily than most systems. Production machining. This function will optimize the system to allow the user to cut a large number of parts at the same time for large run machining. We will demonstrate cutting close to 70 features from a 2D AutoCAD drawing file. Form tool creation. We have an automatic form tool creation function which creates the form tool from a simple sketch of the shape. It also supports various face and side relief angles and tilted fixturing for tools with a large face angle. We're ready to take your machining to the next level. Internal verification. Click the simulation icon in the ribbon tab. The internal verification will open up with the part stock to be machined. You will have the ability to do wire path simulation in single step or constant motion, check entity-based measurements, automatically perform slug removal, and do a comparison with the finished part solid model. This example is showing a fast forward to the end result. Clone machining style. Each part type is defined by a certain set of parameters as shown on the right side of the screen. Some parameters are defined by machine type, some are defined by the stock, and some by the feature type and parameters. This example will show how to add skim cuts to the glue stop for this particular part type. We will now add the skim cuts to the glue stop of the outside cut. Using the Save Tech DB command, the system will memorize how to cut the part according to this setup. Set Feature Search Plane. The main purpose for this function is to tell feature recognition where to start looking for features in parts that are atypical. For example, those parts with geometric issues such as blind cavities and bad surface patches. The feature search plane is positioned by clicking the feature level % function in the property grid and rolling the mouse wheel. The solid to G-code button is then used to cut the part. Automatic glue stop sizes. In this example, we see that the glue stop sizes are different according to the size of the feature. Through our proprietary algorithm, we are able to calculate the size of the glue stop for any given shape. This function is implemented by selecting the Auto Glue Stops option in the EDM settings. Automatic start point selection. On machining this part, the system automatically selected the start points used to begin the cutting process. The parameters used to control the use of automatic start point selection are located in the property grid for the Mac plane. Automatic land and taper. This functionality can be used to control land and taper on all 2-axis features contained within a stock. The land height and taper angle are easily modified. Setting the land on the top or bottom of the feature is performed with a simple mouse click. Setting the land and taper definition parameters can also be separately defined for each individual feature. Manual machining. On occasion, the need arises to program a part manually. This example uses manual machining to cut one die feature when multiple features are present but not needed in the machining process. You will notice that the geometry selection is much easier than having to select both an upper and lower shape for 4-axis wire cutting. Production machining. We will demonstrate cutting 64 features using a customer's production part, starting with an AutoCAD drawing file. Each of the AutoCAD layers is loaded into a separate SOLIDWORKS sketch. First, the part is imported and then extruded into solid models. Notice the provided start positions in the form of small circles. The round holes located in many of the parts are not to be cut, as they were previously machined. In order to stop the system from generating wire cut paths for these holes, we make sure to uncheck the Find Holes option in the Feature Recognition Entity Type mask. Form tool creation. Creating a part program for a form tool is simple and only requires a sketch of the cutting edge shape of the form tool as geometric input. Stock dimensions and all other cutting parameters are set parametrically. This example shows the creation of a wood molding form tool with a 45-degree face taper and a 3-degree side taper to be cut on a 45-degree fixture.